Hey YouTube, Ben Ochart here. Thank you so much for tuning in. And today I want to talk to you about a topic that's a little dark, a topic that most YouTubers probably don't bring up, but certainly happens from time to time. And I want to get your input on it. I have a few fish. I have a turquoise fish, turquoise hap, that has a very slight deformity in its face. I have a Malawi gar that lost an eye to an infection, and where the eye used to be, there's just a big hole. And I have a sand diver in the tank here behind me that I raised up from a small fry, and I'm pretty attached to. But one of his eyes never fully recovered from an infection, from a quomosaris infection that happened a while back, and it continues to be pretty fogged over. And my question for you is, what do we do with fish that either have deformity or have really lost an eye and are having a tough time getting by, or simply don't have the look to be in what you would consider your show tank? What do you do with these fish? Do you try to give them away? Sometimes, of course, it's impossible to do so because folks will not want them. Do you euthanize them? In other words, do you flush them or kill them or use clove oil or something and put them down, if you will? What do you do with a fish that gets into a condition like that? Me personally, I've taken the route of just keeping the fish and just letting them grow out and giving them the best life I can under the circumstances. And this is something that, let's say you're watching somebody's YouTube channel, it's probably never brought out. You know, it's never brought up. The fish just simply, it disappears and it's no longer in the videos. People would probably never notice something like that unless it was a celebrity fish, let's say like maybe one of Joey's arowanas, or maybe Frank, maybe one of those fish that have become a bit famous on YouTube. Otherwise, most viewers don't notice. But it is a part of the hobby. Sometimes a fish will turn out to have a slight deformity. Sometimes a fish will have damage that never fully heals up. And I'm just curious, you know, what do you do with a fish like that? Do you allow it to continue to be in your show tank? Or do you take measures to rehome that fish? Do you put the fish down? Give me your comments below. I'd be kind of curious to hear what is it that you do. And at any rate, I know the route that I've taken and I'm comfortable with, even though I have heard other folks tell me that they'll put the fish in a net and slam it against something so it dies instantly. Some people use clove oil, and some people just flush them and attach no emotional significance to it whatsoever. Not how I roll entirely. But at any rate, I'd love to hear your take on it. It's not a warm and fuzzy subject, but certainly one that, as fish keepers, you know, at some point we're going to have to probably deal with an issue like that. All right, so that's all I've got. Comment below. Be sure to rate this video, sub if you haven't already, and thank you so much for tuning in. You are very appreciated. Bye-bye. This is the sand diver I'm referring to. Usually he only turns to his left because that's the only way he can see. You can see there his right eye is almost entirely opaque. You know, it has like a silver coating over it. And it went to he turns left only because that's the way he can see. I find it kind of cute. But The eye got that coating on it during a cholemaris outbreak, and it never really fully healed up, but he did survive. He did survive it. He's a pretty tough fish. I raised him up from a 1/2 inch, 3/4 inch juvie, so I am a bit attached to him. He has had some egg spots show up just recently. I'm still not convinced it's a male. At this size, I'm thinking it's a female. And he does hold his own. He doesn't get bullied even though he has one eye. I'm pretty sure I'm just gonna keep him. Got a soft spot for him.